Hello, this is Mr. Zhang, Visa in Korea. I received a lot of questions about the F5 visa right now, so I just make this a series in F5 visa permanent residence visa lecture the series. So the based on your each visa type currently and to change another visa like the permanent residency. And you may check each version of a lecture series, and you can check that which and permanent residency is proper to you. So today's the first lecture is based on the visa change from and the D81 and the investment, the foreign direct investment, right? The foreign direct investment and investment visa. To the F5-1 as a general permanent the PR permanent residence visa. So the main reason to make this the series an F5 NVIDIA series channel because of the reason and based on the current new visa status, it is there are lots of types and you can change, right? You can choose it because there are lots of F5 permanent residence visa exist right now. So if you choose the correct and the permanent residency, based on this information, you can properly and prepare for the permanent residency by your own self or with us. Let us start today's lecture and the visa and the change from D81, the foreign direct investment visa, to F5-1 permanent general permanent residence visa. Oh, okay. The basic and the requirement for the D81, the permanent residency visa, to F5-1 and the general, the D81 is the investment visa to general permanent residency. The basic requirement is the first one is period. So the period it takes around 5 years, 5 years, and from the D8 actually D81 visa. But if you stay in Korea with D5 and general just news coverage, right, and the D6 and the religion and the visa, and D7 dispatching visa, and D8 or D9 and some trading business, or E1 visa to E7 is a working visa, and the F2 visa, for example, F299 or F2 the 7. But it is almost the last the visa time before F5, but you can calculate and your this visa's period together. I the third one of the person got E7 visa, but after that, before the they just chose the D81 visa, right? Instead of changing to F299 or F27 visa, right? And this person and the 2 years, if they stay 2 years, and the D8 in 3 years, and you can combine together, right? And calculate and these visa types period with a current D81 foreign direct investment visa period. Okay, so it is clear for that, right? Yeah, secondly, and sales volume. For the D81, this is the immigration may check 2 years average and the sales volume So 2 years sales volume shall be over 1 billion won, 10억 in Korean. 10억. This is I said is the average sales volume. Average sales volume is for example, the 2019 is 0.9 billion won, and 2020 like a 1.1 billion won, but totally average is 1 billion won, right? So this is the average, right? The 2 years in average in which you may check your sales volume. The third one, and the income is based on the GNI and double income for the previous years. So the GNI 2020, it was 37 point around 5 million won. Exactly is a 37.45 something, but to make it the simple, and you may check that the around and 37.5 million won. It means the GNI double is, you may check that, right? 75 million won is based on the income certificate. Income certificate issued by the tax office, right? But mostly, if you run your corporate and your the income and the certificate will be released in May, and if you have additional and income and through your business, and there is a comprehensive income application, and you may get this comprehensive income in July. Number 4, this is another important thing, this the Korean language proficiency. So that need the last time I received some the persons an email the long ago, and he said that I stay in Korea for the 10 years, so I don't need any Korean proficiency test result. But I said it has and expired through and the Immigration Act, the revision in 2018. So the all in the D81 visa holders have to complete KIIP, the stage 5 completion, right? But I will explain later about the KIIP the later then. But and this August 16 and the stage 5, you know that there is a 2 in the cases. And the first one is a general, and second one is advanced. And the currently this is a 50 hours, and advanced is 20 hours. But it will be changed August 16, 2021. This year will be changed 70 hours and the 30 hours, totally 100 hours will be changed. So if you have chance on doing quickly complete KIP stage 5 before August 16. Now 4 is a mandatory required for the criminal record. From your country, and the domestic your criminal record will be checked by immigration system. So this is a basic requirement. I will check that one more time. Period 5 years, but can include if you had this visa before, the 81 visa. Sales volume towards average 1 billion won. I said average, right? And the income, the GNI double. And also there is I made one of the lecture about the GNI not required, is that kind of lectures in English version. If you want it, you can check our YouTube channel for the further information. The Korean language proficiency need and the KIP stage 5 completion. Also, when you apply for the permanent residency, I already uploaded about the permanent residency without KIP stage 5. So you may check that need a GNI or no need a GNI, double income, our the lecture for the F5 and KIP, no need KIP stage 5 completion permanent residency lists. You may check our lecture, right? So already uploaded. And also the criminal record from your country, it must be apostille or apostille or Korean embassy stamp. Okay, you must know the basic, very important criteria. Okay, we made check the more detailed things about that. The recommended the visa change process. It means if you got a D81 visa, right, and if you change to F5-1, the general permanent residency, as I mentioned you, but you can check a lot, but the 5 years and the average the sales 2 years 1 billion won, and the KIIP the stage 5 completion, and the GNI double income, and your criminal record. But somebody like a less than 1 billion won, they cannot change it to F5-1. In this case, I said that recommendable in the visa type before you change F5-1. So let us see. So that one is very difficult to meet this GNI, but just the average of your sales volume. In this case, I'd recommend you to and the visa type. It mostly use that kind of things, right? The first one, F299, and the 5 years from the D81. If you meet the requirement, you may change F299, and the firstly, and the 5 years, the period is 5 years from the D81 to F299. And your income shall be over GNI one-time income. The 37.5 million won is good. And third one is you may change, you need a KIIP stage 4 for completion. And you're saving 30 million won. If you meet this requirement, you can change F299 visa. And wait a minute. Okay. And the 3 years from D81 to F27 visa. The period 3 years. Second one is no, it is not required for the GNI, but need and the 80 point, or the period if your previous your income is more than 40 million won, right? You can you don't need to wait until 3 years, right? And the third one, not exactly required for, is not required. Just if you meet 3 years or just the previous year's income is 40,000,001 and 80 point. KIP is not a mandatory. And the saving, not mandatory. So if you meet this requirement, you can change that. But that one is you can work. While you are doing D81, after 99, if you were doing maintain your D81, you can find a job, including the simple works. And the after 7 is the only professional job. But you can work for that. Okay, so in this case, what happened when you change F5-1? So F5-99, including your period with a D81, you need so not good. Okay, so I erased it. Good, but you must understand that save this page when you understand that the better for the other things anyway. Okay, so in this case, F292, F5-1 need the 5 years, right? The period, the same thing, and the 5 years, including the A1, the GNI double income, and KIIP stage 5. The F27 to F5-1, the same thing. One period is the same thing as a 5 years, including D81 and a GNI double income and the KIIP and the stage 5 completion. But there is no your 2 years sales volume. Okay, so this is if you have a problem for the sales cannot be 1 billion won. I'd like recommend you to change F299 or F27 visa. Then you may prepare for the F5-1 visa. Got it? Good. The change flow chart I said already, and the D81 visa, D81 visa to the F5-1 visa right before that. I'd recommend you change the F299 and the F27 because it can't work, right? So the F299, the requirement is you have to maintain D81, the requirement, but F27. But I'd like to recommend you maintain your maintain, and you can work and you can make a GNI double income is more easily. So and you can change this one. No, but mandatory required for the KIP stage 5 completion, right? This is mandatorily, right? But after 99 and after 7 is another option. You can move forward to F5-1. Okay, you were the subscription as a very and great help for me to make this the valuable and information for the career immigration and visa issues. So the subscribe is highly recommendable, and also visit our YouTube channel. There are more than 200 and the lectures, and you can check more the detail and based on case by case. So today is I explain about the D81 visa to the F5-1. So if you do, and it's very difficult to meet this one, and also I explain F299 or the F27 is another option before to change F5-1. So if you want to check the more detailed information about F299, you may check my newest version, because there are lots of YouTube and the lectures, but I'd like to recommend you newest version. After 7 or so, you may check the newest version, because I update it every time when I made this one. This is Mr. Zhang in Vision Korea. And see you next time with more valuable information about the F5 Visa series. See you next time. Bye-bye.